Hi, it's Sunday night, the 8th of November, and day 313 in my journey to business alignment. Just the concept of living the dream makes me so happy, and I'm glad to be able to say that I'm truly living the dream. How about you? Here's the power statement I wrote down last night for today. I'm going to simply sharpen my saw and enjoy the day with my wife, Kathleen. Because today was another Sunday, I made today all about sharpening my saw as well as spending my time connecting with my wife. What a wonderful day. So here's what I had down on my to-do list right there. Got them all done. Let me explain what I got done. My most important task for today was to sharpen my saw, of course. My fun task for today was to study with Kathleen a few topics that we've been enjoying reading on of late. And my exciting task for today was to watch a movie called Walt Before Mickey Mouse. That's a fun movie. Before I get ahead of myself, let me go over my end of the day success routine. Questions. Get honest with yourself, Marty. What didn't go well today, or what could you have done better today? Did you wake up early and start strong? Check. Did you start your morning with power? Check. Were you productive throughout your day? Check. Lots of different kinds of ways to be productive. It doesn't have to be just business deals like that I've been working on every day of the week. On my Sundays, it's about this stuff, my mind, and studying and improving and being productive there. Did you get the most important things done today? Check, check, check. Did you move your goals forward? My intellectual goal, absolutely. My spiritual goal, absolutely. Did you show up as the person you wanted to be and serve yourself and your wife the best? Yes. What about your personal time with Kathleen? All day, all day, all day. Were you present? We were present for each other. It was a wonderful day, like I said. And here's my end of the day success routine accountability questions. Were you honest with yourself about today's task, Marty? In other words, did you keep your promises that you made this morning? This morning I promised myself that I would simply spend the day sharpening my saw, and after the win the morning, win the day routine, connect with Kathleen. So for a Sunday, it was a very quiet and relaxing day. It was a bit cold this morning, and later on in the early afternoon, it snowed a little bit. But the sun all of a sudden then started to shine all the rest of the day and melt a lot of that away. It was a beautiful day nonetheless. Kathleen and I spent the entire day together, like I said, and it was a fantastic, enjoyable day. I kept my promises to myself. The next question is, what movies did you watch during your mindfulness time today, Marty? Did you make time for them? And were there any new movies, what we call instant pre-play movies, that your two amigos called up onto the screen of your mind? Well, this morning, I spent my mindfulness time going to the movies for sure. I did watch my must-see TV favorite 5 movies, but I then watched my site as though it had been working all along, having been integrated with Ontaport's membership system. I can't help myself. I just am so excited about what's happening. I know Fahad will crack that nut very soon, and so seeing it in my mind as though it's already finished and live is very easy for me to do, and it's very exciting to do. My next question says, what's the one thing that would make all the difference going forward, Marty? And turn it to a power statement. Well, the one thing, like I said, that I am in fact improving on all day long and every day is my thought management. It's really helping me immensely because it's helping me keep focused on the right things, on the right kind of thoughts, on the right thinking. So here's what I came up with for my power statement for tomorrow morning, which is Monday morning. Today I will get in touch with Fahad, make sure he's connected to Entrepreneur's chat, and he can start and connecting my website to their membership system. Our task this week is to finish this integration by the end of the week. Hopefully, I want to speak what I want, period. The next question I answer at the end of every day before I go to bed as part of my end of the day success routine is to ask myself, were there any mistakes or failures that you made and may have experienced today, Marty? And if so, could you turn them into a tool of success going forward? Well, since today was a Sunday, I didn't have a chance to mess things up, really. And so, no, I didn't make any mistakes today, nor did I fail at anything, which made it fantastic. In short, it was a perfect day of just relaxing, sleeping, studying, watching, having fun, and exciting videos to watch together, and simply renewing my mind and body so I'm ready to get after it come tomorrow morning. The next question is, what was your biggest success today, Marty? In other words, what did you do well today? Well, my biggest success today was to not being distracted from spending time with Kathleen. Like I said, we spent the entire day together, except she had a call for about an hour and 50 minutes or so with some of her friends, and I had to do something in my office during that same hour and a half, and then we came back together again for the rest of the afternoon and all the entire evening, too. We watched that fun movie. It was fantastic. So great day altogether. Anyway, let's continue with my end of the day success routine. It's time to rate my day's effort. Reviewing today's effort and what I was able to get done finally, I decided to give today an effort of a 10. And that's because I relaxed at the speed of 10 today. It was a very good day, and we learned a ton of things together, Kathleen and I. So it was a great day. Good effort. Okay, I want to end the day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for the principle that says the greatest leverage you can create for yourself is the pain that comes from inside, not outside. Knowing that you have failed to live up to your own standards for your life is an ultimate pain leverage. Man, if we fail to act in accordance with our own views of ourselves, if our behaviors are inconsistent with our own standards, with the identity we hold of ourselves, then the chasm between our actions and who we are drives us to make a change. But sometimes, not because we're human, basically it's because we're human. One of the strongest forces in human personality is to preserve the integrity of our own identity. We want to protect that identity. Only when we realize for ourselves that we are being inconsistent to our own identity will we have the leverage to make a change within ourselves. Let me repeat that. Only when we realize for ourselves that we are being inconsistent to our own identity will we have the leverage to make a change within ourselves. These principles lead to the next things I'm grateful for in the law of internal pressure, which says internal pressure is next to impossible to resist. Internal pressure is a valuable tool to use on ourselves. Complacency breeds stagnation. Unless you're extremely dissatisfied with your current pattern or behavior, you want to be motivated to make the change that are necessary. You won't be motivated to make the change that's necessary to succeed. Let's face it. The human animal responds to pressure, period. But we then ask ourselves, why don't people change when they know they should? They associate more pain to making the change than they do to not making the change. That's the bottom line. They associate more pain to making a change, so they don't. To change ourselves, we must simply reverse this so that not changing is incredibly painful beyond our threshold of tolerance. And the idea of changing is more attractive and pleasurable than staying where we are. We do this by asking ourselves pain-inducing questions, and they become a lever for change. For example, what will it cost me if I don't change? Another question, estimating the price of not changing is more powerful than estimating the cost of changing. Make the pain of not changing so intense, so immediate, that you can't put off taking that action any longer. I can't take it anymore. Next is to use pleasure-associating questions to help you link those positive sensations to the idea of changing. If I do change, how will that make me feel about myself? Will I feel great? Next, I'm grateful for Ronald Reagan, who said, we must reject the idea that every time a law is broken, society is guilty rather than the lawbreaker. That's not how we're supposed to think. It is time to restore the American precept that each individual is accountable for his own actions and not the society around him. The key here is to get honest with ourselves, in other words, and accept our responsibility in this process of change. We need to get lots of reasons, or better yet, strong reasons, enough as to why the change in ourselves should take place immediately, not someday in the future, sort of when it comes around to it. If we are not driven to make the change now, like Michael Jackson saying, make the change, then we don't really have any leverage to help us move the world and make those changes. So there you go. I finished talking about step number 2 out of the 6 steps of the NAC principle for making real lasting change. That's what I finished up tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll share step 3 tomorrow night, Monday night, but it's time once again to go to sleep. I'm so tired. I'm mumbling up here. And so until we meet again tomorrow night, right back here at my laptop, I wish you all continued success. Good night.